Hey guys, it's 6:23 p.m. on a Thursday, October 17th, 2024. It's been a very big day for me, and it is a full moon tonight, and things are starting up so early in the morning today. I was waking up at 7 a.m., just after 7 a.m., my cuckoo neighbor downstairs and the cuckoo neighbor upstairs. I'm right in between them. Both of them yelling at each other. The guy downstairs is racist and he yells anyway. He has neurological problems and he's cuckoo. The guy upstairs seems to be schizo too. He yells shut up when it's quiet sometimes. So I was like, what is wrong with these two nutballs? Both of them are cuckoo, cuckoo, both of them. And they're yelling at each other through the vent. And it's like, oh my God, he's stomping on the floor upstairs. And then thinking of the guy downstairs, but I'm the one above him when he stomps on the fucking ceiling. And the guy downstairs yelling, and I'm between these two idiots. But I keep quiet. I'm like, oh my God, thank God I don't have a job. Thank God I don't have a job. Otherwise, I'll really get mad. But yeah, that is the beginning morning of a full moon today. Two neighbors, which is now comical, actually. It's hilarious. It's absolutely completely hilarious now, actually, now that I think about it. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's hilarious now. If I was working, it would not be funny at all. That's another thing. And I'm in the middle floor. He's up. He's down there. He's up there. And when they're yelling at each other and everything, all that, he's stomping on the. And he's like, "What the hell? The war of the neighbors. The war of the neighbors. Downstairs, upstairs." It's comical now. It's absolutely, totally, completely hilarious. I think it's funny. It's absolutely hilarious. It's just too funny now. It'd be a good scenario for a good TV show or something. And good evening. Yeah, Crazy Neighbors indeed. I'm Trim Savage. Good to see you this evening. And yeah, my personal alarm clocks. Better than my cat. Those were my alarm clocks this morning. Neighbor downstairs, neighbor upstairs. Bang on the ceiling upstairs, and then the guy yelling upstairs, downstairs, upstairs. And I'm in between them like, oh my God. That was my alarm clock this morning at 7 o'clock, this past 7 a.m. in the morning this morning. It's hilarious now. It's actually funny. And it's a good thing. Thank you guys for waking me up. My personal live alarm clocks upstairs and downstairs. Thank you guys, even though you're two nutballs. And yeah. God, I'm just thinking about it now. It's hilarious. Can you imagine seeing that in a comedy show somewhere or a sitcom? It'd be totally, completely, absolutely hilarious. Oh my God, that's too funny. But the full moon madness is happening. you know it's just absolutely completely hilarious. I'm still laughing about that. I'm going to laugh about that all night long. It's funny. But thanks to my personal alarm clocks, my two neighbors, cuckoo downstairs, cuckoo upstairs, I did get a lot done. My new Ontario card is going to be coming in the mail in about 2 weeks and so forth. Unfortunately, I cannot still access my funds in my bank as it's frozen until I get the ID. I got some very provable documents for them today, but they said unfortunately they can't process it. I can't access to my bank until I go to my home branch. So I have money stuck in the bank that I cannot connect to until I get the Ontario card or whatever. I got proof of other documents and so forth. But I have to go to my home bank. The thing is major miscommunication, and they haven't trained the staff better in call centers and banks, because the call center person said I could go to any bank and get this processed. And they said I have to go to my home branch. Another bank said, gave me scary questions. I said I have to do something else. I call call center. They say I have to do something. It should be okay going to any bank. Another bank. Problems. I called call center again. This person told me that it should be okay with a health card as long as photo ID. And I asked him 3 times, "Are you sure I can get access to my bank with a health card?" And he said, "Yes," which is stupid. I knew right then and there this guy was not properly trained. I mean, come on. I know that. I should be working call center. If someone talked to me as a call center agent and asked me if they can use a health card to as photo ID, I would be honest. I'm knowledgeable. This guy was an idiot. You can use a health card to process your stuff through the bank. No, I know that. I would say no. Unfortunately, health card is not valid to get your things in order in a bank for proper ID purposes. You need your Ontario card, passport, Indian status, something like that. But this call center guy told me health card will be okay. I asked him 3 times to make sure. So obviously, there's miscommunication, mismanagement, and people who are not trained properly at all at this bank. I mean, come on, you confuse the crap out of your customers? Come on. Cause more stress, Give me a break. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy cuckoo stuff. I mean, come on, is this mismanagement, miscommunication, and so forth? Well, I'm going to do more than report it. I'm going to damn well get a lawyer walking in the bank with me if they give me any more problems. When I had meningitis last year and I lost my ID and everything, I had no problems. I gave my security questions and so forth, passed it, and they deposited my check, and they gave me withdraw money from me back then. Now they say the Ontario card's expired and they can't do that. I got the information, and the other bank, which is not my bank, helped me out last year. And now, unfortunately, the call center agent said I can do it at any bank, but this bank told me I have to go to my home branch. Spent all day waiting to get my Ontario card processed, hours. I had to borrow money from somebody. I may have to get a trustee, and she can be my trustee maybe. Well, more than likely, obviously. But talk about being on the runaround. Train your staff better. Train your call center agents better. I mean, crying out loud. If I were a call center agent, I would say, nope, health card will not be acceptable. For IDs, it has to be Ontario card. But this idiot in the call center told me a health card would be acceptable, as long as it's a photo ID. And I knew that was BS. I mean, come on, what the hell? Management sucks. The call center agents don't know what they're talking about. And, it is what it is with these new people being hired from overseas who are not Canadians. Train your staff better. Train them better. I mean, come on. Confuse the crap of customers? Give me a break, please. Ugh. Without money for a week to access my money, I have, and so forth. Thank God I cut cans. I made $15 in 2 days just to get by. I got 2 bus tickets. And I had to go see a doctor from ear infection and everything. Now I have to struggle. But yeah, the full moon madness is going to happen tonight. Right now, the neighbor downstairs seems to be quiet, which is good. He does know my YouTube channel because I told him myself. He's probably listening right now. That's why he's being quiet, and so forth. Oh, yeah. The full moon is going to bring on a lot of people doing drugs. Tax money, last week, carbon tax money came in. That's when things went cuckoo. There's a new, the trillium, I think, or something came in this week. Well, I got this week's check, but I didn't get last week's check. So maybe got lost in the mail or something. So that's going to be looked into. Thieves are going to be rampant. Drugs are going to be crazy. And my neighbor down the hall is hoarding stuff in the hallway again. Again, even the guy giving breakfast, we were walking down the hall. It's all being hoarded in the hall again. Again. By the elevator at first, but now it's all over in her place, all hoarding. Clothes and stuff, furniture. Bit about risk at this peak, probably. Because she's a dumpster diver, unfortunately. She gets the stuff off the street. Bed bugs in the furniture. Risk of bed bugs in the apartment. I mean, come on. We don't want that. And it's happening again on the second floor again. We don't need that. I mean, this is crazy. Bed bugs are going to be happening again if she keeps this up with all this stuff in the garbage and trash bins and so forth. Bed bugs are like 90% risk. We don't need that. We do not need that in the second floor here. We don't need bed bugs here and so forth. That's another thing to deal with right now. She's doing it again. Clean it up. She was supposed to clean up by security or the proper manager. I don't know. But she's doing it again. She's putting stuff, hoarding things up in the hallway again. And when me and my neighbor in the same floor going for the community breakfast this morning, she had the stuff by the elevator there. And we saw that. I was like, here we go again. I mean, she's going to keep doing that. I mean, give me a break. We don't want bed bugs here. We don't need that. I mean, come on. That's how bed bugs are spread. So, yeah, it's been a heck of a day. Hopefully I get my things rectified tomorrow. And so forth. Yeah. And it's a shame that the ex there from 2 years ago got relapsed into drugs, got in a fight with somebody in the building, got evicted, got in jail for a few months for assaulting his own sister, and so forth. All because he went to the crackhead person down the hall. I don't know how many fights we had. I told him to stay away from her because she would be his downfall. And she did. She was his downfall. Mind you, it wasn't just her. There's another guy I used to work with delivering flyers, crack too, drugs, who also made us lose all our jobs through lies and all this thing through a very bad boss. He took off Quebec City. He's there anyway. It doesn't matter. Past is past. And also that the fact that the ex is a victim of home invasion. All these people, birds of a feather flock together. All drugs, home invaders, bad news, blah, blah, blah. So it makes sense why they target him, because he's a target. So unfortunately, I don't know why he got violent. I don't know what turned him to be violent, because he's, God knows what they spiked his drink with or what else was tainted with it, whatever he was taking with them. Whatever it was made him violent. And that's the whole thing of everything. Which is very unfortunate. But his own fault. Because I had many fights with him to stay away from this crackhead, troublemaker, prostitute down the hall. Even when I saw him at the Salvation Army Thanksgiving dinner, I mentioned her name. We went to bus stop, we talked, found out all the stuff I needed to know. As long as another YouTuber, eh, Julie? Nice to see you. I didn't mean to neglect you guys, but I had a lot of pressure on my mind. I had to get things done. But we'll talk again soon. Tomorrow I'm going to be busy too, so I won't have much time to talk. But yeah, she knows what's what, and I know what's what now too. So yeah. He chose the life of drugs. He chose the life of violence and everything, all that, which he never did before. He never hung around with her. He wouldn't be where he is. I told him she'll be your downfall. And look what happened to him. Even when I was talking to him at the bus stop about her, he was genuinely smiling like, yeah, the sex may have been great, but was it worth going to jail for? Was it worth to have a bad reputation now? Because nobody likes a man who assaults their own sister. You chose the life of that low-life piece of garbage down the hall. Your life went down the drain, and I warned you about that, buddy. And that's the main thing that counts. There you go. So far, it's quiet now on the floor. That's good so far. And yeah, Antrim Savage, he did assault his own sister. He claimed that he had epileptic seizure and then he subconsciously hit his sister, apparently. Subconsciously hit your sister, end of quote. Doesn't make any sense. I was with him for 2 years. Amazingly didn't insult me. He did become threatening one time though. Another time was another thing where there was some incident that happened. The police took the evidence away and everything. But that's the past. I don't want to talk about that right now. But he got what he deserved. Jail time. All because of this troublemaking person down the hall who got him in the drugs again. This person systematically destroys people's lives, encourages drug use, seduces them to drugs, deceives them, and so forth. If you don't believe me, get a drug test once a week. And she won't go beyond that. And she'll fail the test, I guarantee it. So anyways, yeah. The full moon is tonight. Ooh, Halloween's coming up soon. Cold weather's upon us. Although this week we're going to have some warm weather. I'm so focused on getting this one thing done. I'll have to go to the bank again tomorrow, my home branch, and I'm going to have to figure things out. And if things get bad and they keep, everything is contradiction each other. One story there, one story there, one story there, one story there, one story there. Train your staff better, people. I mean, come on. You're confusing the crap out of customers, making them frustrated even more. Not customer service has to be customer service. I know it's understandable there's a lot of fraud going on, identity fraud going on, and I'll talk about that. I talked about people at the community breakfast today about identity fraud happening by Christmas, and we're going to organize that as well. So yeah, I'm gonna speak out against crime, identity fraud, drugs, human trafficking, and the OD crisis, and so forth. That's the main thing that counts. So after a big long day, I'm just going to wind down with a few beers, not too much, And like those people who drink 24 hours a day, that's a different story. But yeah. This Halloween is going to be pretty crazy too as well. So we have to prepare ourselves for OD crisis around Halloween time. And tax money coming this month, we have to get more security up. We have to be in high alert for future ODs and future things going on. I got my check for the this week's I didn't get last week's check at all, so I'm going to look into that. And it's really delayed, but if this come in by Monday, I was told to report that and they send a new check. Mind you, my ID was stolen and everything, so it's another thing to put in account as well. So yeah. So I'm gonna be very busy again tomorrow. I got a presentation to organize, and yeah, take care of the community, make people aware of the holidays coming up. It's gonna be a hard time for suicide, ODs, identity fraud, theft. Now crime going up around the holidays, especially, and Halloween time coming up, crime's going to go up too as well. So my key is to let people be aware, and prevention is the key for any criminal activity to occur, any ID fraud, protect yourselves, and so forth. So yeah, it's good to see you, Pooh Scissors, and Untrimmed Savage, and yeah. It's going to be a long day again tomorrow, and hopefully I get to relax on the weekend. I'm not sure. If this thing's not rectified, I have to find a trustee and so forth. But I think I have someone in mind. Take care, stay safe. Everything's going to be fine. Watch your back. And if things are happening around you, get all the video recordings you can have. Much love to you guys. And you too, Antrim Savage and Pooh Scissors. Yippee. Have a safe full moon night. And don't howl at the moon. Take care, guys. Love ya.